Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. And if you want to follow along, we're just going to look at one verse this morning, just to where the section breaks here. And we'll be in chapter 24, looking at verse 26. If you'd like to follow along there, hope you've had a good week and planning a good weekend. And if you're able, I hope to see you in God's house Sunday morning. If you don't have a place to worship, love to see you join us at Poplar Grove, located at 3476 Poplar Tent Road, just up the hill from the old skating rink and bowling alley here in Concord. All right, Proverbs 24 and verse 26. We'll make fairly short work, I think, of this morning. Again, it's just again where the break is in the passage, verse 26, and it may immediately kind of catch you off guard a little bit, depending on if you've had your cup of coffee this morning or not. Every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. Wise people are honest people. They have compassion and concern for others, and so they give an honest answer when they are asked. The idea here, when it says a right answer, it comes from a word that literally means face to face. In other words, a wise person is honest enough to be truthful, to be straightforward with you. And it is, curiously, this is the only place in all of Scripture that we have anything that even remotely resembles the idea of kissing on the lips. But the idea there is of true friendship. And a true friend will be honest with you. I think we can ask ourselves this question. If we don't have honesty with each other, do we truly have a real relationship? And if we don't have honesty with each other, is it a relationship we want? Do we want to be in a relationship with somebody where there is no honesty? And obviously, we're talking within reason. I've always heard there's several tests before you say something. First of all, is it true? If it's not true, then you can skip it. Is it beneficial? Just because it's true doesn't mean it needs to be said. Somebody, walk up to somebody, and I'm just going to use probably a bad example, but I'm going to use it anyway. Say somebody's not very attractive. You don't just walk up and say, "Hey, you're ugly," just because it's true. But I hope this morning if you're intelligent enough to sign on to the internet and be watching with me this morning, you're intelligent enough to understand what the proverb is talking about. You don't just blatantly lie. You don't tell somebody just what they want to hear. That's a dangerous way to build a relationship. It's just to always tell people what you think they want to hear. The flip side of this, again, we don't purposefully hurt somebody. But again, genuine, and this is, again, we're talking about a book of wisdom. And so wisdom helps us to understand and decide what needs to be said and what needs to be left alone. Again, is it true? Is it beneficial? are two important questions that we need to know. We need to think about, and again, we have to consider whether or not we should keep back some information and what we should give. But again, it's a matter of wisdom that this whole book talks about. We're not obviously not there yet, but in a couple of chapters in Proverbs 27, we're going to see where the writer says there, faithful are the wounds of a friend. In other words, what a friend says to you may sting, may hurt, but ultimately it is for our benefit, and we understand that. It's a very fine line, very tight rope to walk, but honesty is the foundation. The guiding stick. I think, when in doubt, err on the side of honesty. But again, there are some times when just because it's true doesn't mean it should be said. On the other hand, there's sometimes things that are true need to be said, even if they hurt, because that is, again, where the wisdom of God comes into play in our life. And so I think we have to take this verse in the context of the whole chapter, where we are talking about this thing called wisdom. All right. Hope that clear as mud to you this morning, but I believe it'll help you as we consider the truth and honesty in our relationships. All right, have a great day. See you back here tomorrow morning.